I don't know why I'm crying. It's so good.
Nobody ever treated me kindly.
Oh my god, this microphone sucks. What you get for spending $12 whole on it. What is up, you guys? Oh my goodness, have I been freaking stalling today? Maybe it's like too much time on my hands. I think that's probably it. I'm trying out a new upload schedule. I think we're gonna do Wednesdays and Sundays, or at least I'm trying. So, like, you can hold me to it. It's fine. I want to do kind of like one first time watching like classic, and then I kind of want to do one grown-ass adult rewatch, or just something like millennial-y or like 2000s or 90s. And you guys have come to find out that I'm obsessed with musicals. I love musicals, and I love corny, campy, fun times. And so I've never seen Little Shop of Horrors. I know, okay? Now, I do know a couple of songs. I know Little Shop of Horrors, and I know Suddenly Seymour. So today's movie is Little Shop of Horrors. It is from 1986. We love a good 80s flick. Basically how we got here was like we Rocky Horrored, we Blues Brothered, and I'm like ready to bring it back to where I'm happy. And if you guys are lucky enough to see me do Mamma Mia one day, I love the song Suddenly Seymour. Like, who doesn't? Apologies if this video makes that song get stuck in your head. My favorite rendition of Suddenly Seymour, you're gonna laugh, is Ariana Grande in a car with, oh my god, what's the Family Guy guy? Seth MacFarlane. I mean, as always, I'm gonna encourage you to subscribe here. If you're kind of like confused as to what you get from my channel, you are getting movie reactions and commentary, first time watches and nostalgic watches from the 90s and 2000s. And furthermore, what I can offer you is a little filmmaking perspective. I love to look at these movies from the perspective of what was going down when they were making it. So I love calling out continuity errors, and I love calling out like wacky script choices. That's kind of my style and my lean. So if you want more of that, definitely subscribe, and if you don't, I hope you enjoyed this video, or at least the intro. Without further ado, let's get into my first time watching Little Shop of Horrors from 1986. Oh, it sounds so good. Oh my god, do I love a good overture. Why am I so excited? Little shop behind us, little shop. Oh, it's like a plant shop, right? Yes. Oh, this is so fucking good. Ashman and Menken are... Oh my god, I just love the movie set. This is a set. Bob Gaudio! So Bob Gaudio, he was a part of Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons. Unexpected Total Eclipse, End of the World. Ricky Moranis.
Very little, Mr. Mushnick.
Oh, I love. Who is it? Who is it? Oh, I love a delayed reveal. Steps over a homeless man. Is this Audrey?
Where'd you get that china?
Her black eye is so fake looking. Holy sh. It looks like she just has like eyeshadow under her eye.
I'll help them clean it up before any of the customers get here.
Any of the customers get here.
My life is a living hell.
Oh, this is a musical. He is playing to the camera. I would pay $1,000 to walk this set. Easy. So good. I don't know why I'm crying. It's so good. Oh my god. You guys, this is so good. I can't even explain this reaction right now. I think I'm just like, it's like tears of joy. So good. This is like the best movie I've ever seen. And oh my god, this music is so good. Oh my god, I want to be Audrey so badly. I'm all chills, like just full body. Depression is status quo. You guys are probably like, what musical lover doesn't know Little Shop? I probably look like an idiot right now. Shot like a stage musical. Ensemble, our two leads on either side of a wall. Oh, that was fucking good.
Displayed and advertised would attract business.
Oh, her voice is wild and great.
I think it's some kind of fly trap.
but I haven't been able to identify it in any of my books. Excuse me. I couldn't help noticing
So
that strange and
campy
interesting
and corny.
plant.
Yes,
What
yes,
is it?
yes, yes.
You remember that total eclipse of the sun about a week ago? I was
So much Bob Gaudio
and without warning,
and Frankie.
sworn it hadn't been there before.
The little lips. Oh my god. I would want to make an exact musical like this. Oh, it's so fun. So fun. I might like this better than Grease. I wonder what street in... Are we in Manhattan? That's an above ground train downtown. Is this New York City or Los Angeles?
I'm down on my knees.
Oh. So this song and musical was written about Skid Row, Los Angeles, and then it was moved to Skid Row, New York for the film. I knew it. It was shot at Pinewood Studios. This is a set. So the thing that's actually really throwing me is that above ground train track, because I don't really know many places in New York City where there's an above ground train. It eats blood. Ah! Ew! It's so creepy. Ew. Gross. Wow, Rick Moranis is so charming in this. Oh, this is practical. Okay, that looks like they did it with stop motion. Okay, her ass is there. This plant is gonna bite her ass or something.
Host Wink Wilkins.
John Candy!
Well, you remember that total eclipse of the sun about a week ago?
Total eclipse of the sun.
Don't tell me. You got tied up.
No, just handcuffed a little.
Good punchline. This is like my favorite use of a Greek chorus in a musical ever. This is so good. I feel like this might be her I want number. Together. Oh, yes. This is great. It's storybook perfection. Whose grandmother wrapped every article of furniture in plastic? Raise your hand. Me? Oh, that's great. It's a Mencken touch, if you ask me. Tupperware party, ladies. Ladies only. The 2 separate twin beds. I'm f***ing dead. Oh. Okay, this is Audrey's I Want number. This is her part of your world. I love the Greek chorus as a device because it just is so efficient. We can just keep it moving. This is the greatest movie that's ever been made. Sure. It's Steve Martin. I'm dead. I knew he was a dentist, and it's still funny. That's disgusting. That was so good.
Then we'll start again on the left hand and me. I beg your pardon?
Oh, those lips. Who comes up with this? It's phenom. So when they do this on stage, is it an actor playing the plant? Unless it's like Broadway and they can afford an animatronic. But I've seen amazing puppet work on Broadway where like an actor is controlling the puppet and they're so good at it. Oh, he's good. Is that Bill Murray? That is Bill Murray. What the f***? Wow, Bill Murray, young Bill Murray has some Tom Hanks characteristics that I've never caught before.
Everybody calls him doctor and he's not really a doctor.
Calls him doctor and he's not really a doctor. Steve Martin, man. Oscar. I'm like, ew. Oh, wow, she is good. She's crying.
Not to mention all the money I'd save on Epsom salts and Ace bandages.
What? I need to look up her push-up bra. It's good.
Cheap and tasteless outfits, not nice ones like this.
Cheap and tasteless outfits, not nice ones like this. This is the song. This is the song.
Here, take my Kleenex. Wipe that lipstick away.
They're okay.
Suddenly see more.
Oh, I've been waiting my whole life to organically, like, get to this.
Provide you sweet
Understanding. I'd say sure. I feel so terrible that I don't know this actress. I don't know who she is. She's so good. Wow, 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 wow. Full body chills. Goosebumps. 10 out of 10. I'm so scared of Audrey too. He's a bitch. Or she. Is Audrey 2 a she? It'd be really big for feminism if Audrey 2 was a she. I think I'm in love with Rick Moranis. He's so cute. I hope he's okay. Like, I hope he gets off free. Self-defense. Yes. Feed him to Planty.
Mr. Seymour Grellborn.
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Go away! Leave me alone!
Oh, Seymour is so endearing.
Tough titty.
What's your language?
Tough titty. I'm so scared this plant's gonna eat Seymour. I love him. Is he gonna call the cops? Shook. Oh no, 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 no. Reprise. Who's that guy? He looks sort of familiar and very young.
And sell them to florist shops across the nation. What?
No.
Pretty
They are little baby babes. This is scary. Tough titty. Is Tough Titty from this? I doubt it, but I love that. This is like the end of a horror movie when they're trying to get away from the bad guy and like it's like that one last fight until like it all gets resolved. It's hard, I've heard, to destroy a set because they're built to be temporary. So how do you build something that comes undone and looks like a real building? It looks like they're doing it in a lot, they're choosing to do it in a lot of inserts of just debris falling. So they keep the camera real tight on a section and they just have bricks and stuff dropping. And then it looks like they built a set of a broken set. Electricity. Light him up, motherfucker. Can't wait to see Audrey and Seymour retire. Seymour? She's phenomenal. Can you hear the suddenly Seymour score kick in? I have goosebumps everywhere. Oh, their house. Somewhere that's green. James. I know the guy looked familiar. James Belushi? I am so confused by the Belushi, like, line. I remember a Jim Belushi. Is that James Belushi? We had a real run in the 80s of Chicago-trained improvisers and comedians in mainstream comedies. I feel like this doesn't happen anymore. The Bill Murrays, the Belushis, the John Candys, they get their own star vehicles now, but that's that. They're not in everything. I couldn't imagine loving this movie any more than I loved it. Wow. Wow, this kind of actually drastically screws with the curve of my grading. I love like super heightened, super campy, out of the realm of reality musicals. The music is so good. Okay, let's do some trivia, my favorite part of this whole thing. Comment below if you don't care about the trivia. Comment below if you're someone who actually skips out of the video about now. Belushi brothers. Okay, John Belushi is from the Blues Brothers, and I knew this, and he died. I was always confusing John Belushi for Jim Belushi. Jim Belushi is still alive. Now that we've settled that for me. Alan Menken's first PG-13 film, that makes sense. I think he's like Disney princess kind of dude. Mean Green Mother from Outer Space was written specifically for this film, is the first Oscar-nominated song to contain profanity. Yes, tough titty. The dentist's office was originally more grungy and blood spattered, but those details did not go over well with test audiences. The set was cleaned up and scenes were reshot. No, I want to see like a gory, disgusting, hyper, like, fantasy dentist office. That's so funny. Bill Murray's scene in the waiting room was filmed as scripted, but there was virtually no written dialogue when his character got into the dentist chair except for ecstatic cries of pleasure. Over the course of the 2 days that filmed, Murray kept riffing various ad-libs, which presented a challenge for the editor to assemble a coherent version of the scene. Yes, my friends, I don't think I can articulate to you how much improv hurts when you are in editing. The angles never match up because the characters are never saying the same things twice and they're never doing the same thing twice. I learned this the hard way. I have done some improv-y films and they've been a nightmare to cut together. Unless you can somehow run 3 cameras at once, Improv is not good for production. I mean, I would let Bill Murray do whatever he wanted. This is cool. I need to find the original ending. The puppeteers who designed and operated Audrey 2 were veterans of the Jim Henson Company. The shot pulling away from Audrey after the song Somewhere That's Green was so long that it required 2 cranes, one placed on top of the other to pull it off. The camera actually shifts a little when one crane stops and the other takes over. Amazingly, when this came out in 1986, it was the most expensive movie Warner Brothers had ever produced with a budget of $25 million. Wow. I knew this makes sense. There were no blue screens or opticals involved in any of Audrey 2's scenes. The plant was made in 6 different stages of growth, and there were 3 different versions of Mushnick's shop, making it possible for 2 units to work with different sized plants at the same time. Each of the talking plants had to be cleaned, repainted, and patched up at the end of each shooting day, which would take up to 3 hours depending on its size. Whoa. The scenes in which the two largest Audrey 2 puppets are performing with the actors are filmed at a lower speed. First at 16 frames per second, then at 12 frames per second for the final number. This means that the actors had to move in lip sync in slow motion. Oh, I knew it. That fun like scrolling prelude. I didn't even mention it because I felt like it went without saying, which I have a bad habit of doing. When I kind of take something for granted, I don't talk about it at all. I just don't even mention it. And that scrolling like written part in the beginning was very Star Wars, and I assumed people knew that. The original film ending, which I'm going to watch after this, can be seen online, follows the off-Broadway ending, expanding upon it, showing the plant pushing through cities, toppling the Statue of Liberty, even crashing through the screens at the ending as the Greek chorus sings about the plant inheriting the earth. Comment below if you would have liked to have seen an ending where the plant does take over the world. I think in fitting with the fantastical theme, it's funny, but you do really root for Audrey and Seymour and you want to see them together, so I can totally see why they wanted to do that. Okay, wow, Little Shop of Horrors is absolutely amazing. I loved that so much. It was so much fun. Please meet me in the comments below. Let me know what you think of this movie. I really want to talk about it. Please, 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 please. I want to know what you know. I want to hear about your first experiences watching this movie. I want to hear if you love it today and you still give it a watch every now and again. As always, if you want more of these and you like what you saw, consider subscribing. And on that note, I'm gonna go grab a snack.